get cut off at the beginning. Because no matter, well, I look back sometimes and I see that the broadcast will start mid-sentence. Now, I'm hoping that I fixed the problem that I've been having with the stream going to my timeline. I guess I could check it myself right now. We just hang out here. So if you're looking for structure and dancing girls and the whole thing, it's not what we're doing right now. We're gearing up for it. Good morning, Kathy. I'm going to see if this is in fact running on my timeline. I removed it from the ability to do it and then re-added it. So let's see what happens if I go to my timeline and scroll down. I'm back. I'm back. This is good news. Spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. It is good news. Kathy has said good morning. Kevin Underwood. Kevin Underwood. Now, longtime viewers of the show will know who Kevin is immediately. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if I could ask Kathy, hey Kathy, who's Kevin? Now Kathy could know. I know we've mentioned it. I know I've said who Kevin Underwood is many times over the past 5-6 years of broadcasting or so. So I'm just going to leave it out there. So even if you're watching on the replay, my challenge to you is to type in the area where one types, what do you think my relationship to Kevin Underwood is? Do I know him a month? Do I know him 5 years? 10 years? Now see, even Kevin Underwood is asking who Kevin Underwood is. That gives you a good glimpse of exactly who Kevin Underwood is, oddly enough, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Monday, and as I said in my description, I mean, can anybody even conceive of a negative thought, a negative thing to say about a Monday? If you can, go ahead and share it. In the meantime, let me show you. So this app here, which is called Hue Party, is what's currently controlling the lights. Now, I only have one hue light in here right now. And its name is Tracy, by the way. So if I was to say, if this wasn't running and I was to say, hey Alexa, but she's not in here, turn Tracy red, she would turn Tracy red. So of course it's hilarious when we say, turn on Tracy, turn off Tracy. There's a Bob light too. Anyway, there'll be more of these in here in the new set. Good morning, Dina, she's in the house. Good morning, Dina, snuck in quiet as a mouse. All right, let's see, Kevin even says, a lot of people don't know this, but he is pretty famous. But a lot of people don't know that. So right now I'm running a scene called After Party. Now a lot of these have annoying sound effects with them, that you just have to turn down or whatever. They just play on your phone or whatever Bluetooth device you might be streaming your phone's audio to. But I like a good cycle of colors. This one's called Aurora. So it's going mostly purple, but see, you can't really see. I'd have to turn. What would happen if I did that? No, it's too light. Candles, still too light. The magic of broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go right back to After Party, but when you got two or more of these things in the same room, it creates all the lights do sort of different things, and if it's a candle, it flickers. It's nice. It sets a tone very well. What do we got? Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a conversation with Dawn right in front of your face. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? So now Dawn, as you may or may not know if you're following closely, just acquired an Oculus Quest, the standalone VR headset that I am a huge fan of and have shared a lot of things on. She just acquired the Quest, and as it turns out, the timing is such that the Quest, as we have known it, is being discontinued, and what's being introduced is the Quest 2. Am I right, Dawn? Let's hear it of the house, Quest 2. Now, this thing, I was just watching a video on it this morning. The specs are apparently freaking amazing. And of course I'm going to want one. And you can't really find a Quest out there. I'm sure Dawn is realizing that. And if you try to find one, people are selling them for, upwards of $800 or more. Just taking advantage of the fact that people don't. But yeah, so she just bought it. And so now it's like she wants her sons to be able to use one too. And the way that the Quest is set up is it's pretty much a one-person deal. If you're going to set up all new you don't have cycling users with shared data, which is a shame, and I hope they change that. But she cannot now acquire another Quest to give to them to do multiplayer stuff so everybody can hang out in VR. Am I getting this right, Dawn? Yes. Okay, good. So I'm looking at this video about the Quest 2, and I'm going, well, okay, just bring it, because we need a second one too. Tracy doesn't have one. And so to answer Dawn's question is, I would get the Quest 2, and just you decide who gets it. And I'll get it eventually. I don't know, there's nothing about price point, there's nothing about release date, nobody knows anything. Well, some people do, but we don't. So, the Quest, the way that with 100, I guess the top end Quest, regular Quest, was generally retail priced at $499, $500. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. A great freaking entertainment value. But this thing coming out it looks so intense in terms of specs that I just think it's going to be $1,000 or whatever. But the idea is they're really trying to make it accessible. You can tell by the trailers and all the promotional stuff that is leaking out there that just like the Quest, they're positioning it to be easy. Everybody should have one. And so if they price it $1,000, they're going to price themselves out of the market. So that's just my opinion. They may still do it. But if you're brand new to it, are you going to spend $1,000 to try it out? I don't think so. And if there's not going to have the lower end option, what are they going to do? So maybe $699? If you get it, then I'll get the Quest 2 for myself and give the other to the boys. Besides, they'll probably want the Rift because they have... Oh, okay, the Rift is out of I don't even think about it ever. I'm just watching what they're doing with the Quest. So this is pretty exciting. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I learned this on a Monday, where all great things happen. Mondays, obviously, I don't have to tell you this, it's the day of the week that everybody looks forward to the most. It's like, yes, when can I get out there? Monday, a day ripe with possibility. A day that's perfect for going, what does my week look like? I'm going to take the time right now to decide that for myself. And I'm going to see myself doing it that way. Because guess what? You do get to do that. You get to decide. Don't know if you knew that. Oh, you did it a different way last week? You did it with time travel. You did it differently last week? Well, guess what? That doesn't mean you can't do it differently this week. Truly. There's nobody going to stop you. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm all the way over here. See, Dina's on board. Mondays, baby. Another opportunity to serve. Now, can you serve on other days? Of course you can. But Monday's just that great sort of, I defy you, Steve. Tell me one bad thing about Mondays. You can't do it. Never mind, Steve. I'm not going to ask you to do the impossible. We'd be waiting around here all day. Just watching the screen, waiting for it to change. I respect your time. I clearly respect your time more than that. I don't know if that's true at all. So, for those of you keeping score, like all of you are, I just know it. I know you're grading the show every day. You've got a little chart somewhere. And it's like, I don't know what your scale is. Probably everybody's is different. But it's, it's on a scale from to hey. And since we stopped the Bob Doyle Show while we're waiting for this piece of equipment that is this freaking big and got delayed another week in its delivery, which allows me to plug the new camera into the computer so it will look freaking amazing and not like this. When I watch this back, I cringe, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, stop the presses. Are the presses stopped? I think I still hear some presses. Okay. It's Steve's birthday. Now, if I had my uke right now, I traditionally always will play Happy Birthday. I just, no qualms, no delays. But as it has been sitting here for 2 or 3 days. But I put it back this morning. So Steve, you're just going to have to hear it in your mind. Now imagine it played flawlessly, eloquently, with some jazz stylings. Again, flawless. Just this is how you imagine it. And obviously also imagine it clearly created just for you in the moment. Not something that's canned. Medea, I saw you were doing something live a little while ago. I would have stopped and listened, but I was on my way to do some voiceover work. Can you tell I did voiceover work this morning? Thanks, Steve. That was fun. I have to admit that I did pop in and listen again, and I was cringing yesterday when I was listening to it. I was hoping I wouldn't cringe. But I did. I cringed. Like, oh. But I can't let that stop me. But I do notice how I absolutely do it differently when I'm streaming. I'm still not 100% relaxed. I'm still wanting to get it right, as opposed to not caring at all. I was better the other day than usual. Better. Not what I want ultimately. But how am I going to get what I want ultimately, ladies and gentlemen? 2 things. I'm going to visualize. Ooh, did you see what happened there? Visualize myself in that way. And then I'm going to just be it. Clear. 2-step process. Visualize being it and then just be it. The visualizing says, oh, that does look good. Now I see why I'm going to be this. Because look what that person gets in their life. So I'm just starting today, I'm just going to be that. I don't need any circumstances to be a certain way. I can just be that now. And the circumstances will rise to meet me. It's as law of attraction-y as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy is on, she'll be here this morning. She spends the weekends at her place, and she slept in this morning, I think. Well, I know she did, but she may go back to sleep too. So, I'm doing this. We'll get Tracy out here one of these days. We'll get her in front of this camera again, sitting right next to me. I would love it to be with the new camera. But we'll see. Don't know when that's gonna happen. All right, let's just try one more. Let's just see. City Lights. I think it still cycles through the colors, but it's more flashy, or something. Or not. Color Storm. That's the one I was thinking about. That's flashy. It's like, I think if the sound effect associated with this is thunder and stuff, and so it's. So imagine a room filled with these lights, all flashing different colors like a lightning. The fire one's cool, but you can't see it in here. Forest, I imagine, is green. Milky Way. See, you're seeing the light on the wall over there, and it's coming through the window because there is a sun outside. I'm in the desert. I cannot think of a more Medea way to ask me to be on her podcast. Now, for those of you who know Medea, you'll know, yeah, this is textbook. She is a prime example of speaking things into being. You could learn a lot from her. We need to get you on my awesome podcast show, bro. Now, bro took me from an age bracket of where I am down to, I don't know, how old are bros? Anyone? I have, that is a phenomenon that has occurred, I think, in the past couple of years, when people have started, I have been referred to as bro. Mostly in Vegas, as it turns out. And I'm trying to think of age range. Now they're all Medea age, maybe slightly older. They've adopted the bro vernacular because I guess it works for them in their business. Hey man, I gotta talk like my customers, bro. But to me, bro is, I mean, Medea, you know I freaking adore you. You call me whatever you want. Boom. Medea brought fist bumps into my life. Now, I don't use them often. I never use them. But I will with her every single time. She knows this. All right, Medea. Well, look. You just tell me when you want me to be on your awesome broadcast, bro. And you know I'll do it. Unless you ran away. Unless, if you don't respond, then I'm going to know you just dropped the invitation and said, all right, my work here is done. I'm out of here. He'll just do it or not, or whatever. But if she responds, then I'll know that everything I have thought about her and have been saying about her is true. So I hope in my heart of hearts that comment screen changes, moves down, and we see a response from Medea that suggests that she is in fact here. I'm hoping that what we're experiencing now is just some sort of crazy technical internet delay where she hasn't even heard me say this yet. It hasn't even gotten to her yet because she's just out there somewhere, out in the world. And she's just now hearing it. Oh. There you go. See, everything I said and more is true about Medea. Now, how is it that this woman has come in, says one line, and I give her 5 minutes of my show? Well, how is that? Why her and not, I don't know, you? I'll tell you why. Because we need to get you on my awesome podcast show, bro. I met her under very similar circumstances. I don't remember what it was, but she just said, this is what's going to happen. And I basically said yes. So whatever she's doing, you want to pay attention to. And she knows how to say nice things. You are the best. Love you, bro. Boom. See? 300 wish list. You guys know what she's talking about? The hashtag 300 wish list group right here in the Book of Face. Conceptualized and launched by the lovely Tracy. A lot of cool people in there doing some cool stuff. Check it out. It's free of charge. And again, when are you learning about all this great stuff? On a Monday, right? Monday, the greatest day ever. If only every day could be Monday. Am I right? Or am I right? I knew you'd say I was right. Have you shared this show with everybody yet? Oh, you didn't know it was a show. I see. Well, it says, hold on, right there. That's the word show. Now, it's not actually the Bob Doyle Show. This should say a Bob Doyle Show. In fact, I think I'm going to make that happen today. Yes, for all the things that aren't the Bob Doyle Show, I'll have a different one that says, look, it's amusing to me. Okay, I get to be amused at whatever I want, really. I have like a little bit of coffee, but it's in another room, and guess what? I don't need it. Oh, but there's another half a pot down there getting all burned. Oh, so see, what do I do? That's the eternal struggle. It's like I make the coffee, and then I have the first cup, which isn't the first cup. It's like the third cup of the day, because of course my first two cups are made one at a time with the espresso maker, much richer experience. The third and fourth cups are the next level of the coffee, the drip coffee, although it's very good coffee. I actually go back and forth between really good coffee and coffee because I don't need it in any way, shape, or form. It's strictly a vicey thing to do. The universe wants it to happen, bro, because law of attraction category is the only one is missing on my Soul Awakenings with Bettina Sosa podcast. And look, she put a plug in so that you could search for it. Did she do it in an obnoxious way? I don't think so. But maybe I say that because I know Medea. I don't know. This music, when it loops, is this awkwardly long pause before it comes back. But it's nice. It's great for a Monday. Dare I say, miraculous Monday? What would have to happen for you today to make it a miracle? And when that miracle occurred, who would you be being? All right, that's just a rhetorical question. Let's not go down that road. All right. Haven't launched it yet. See, look at that. I'm not, you know what? I can't say anything more about Medea. I've exhausted my supply for the whole week. She paid for a week, and I just used it all. She didn't pay me. We bartered. This is just a continuing string of jokes. None of it true. Well, the stuff I said about... Look, you guys, you discern it. Well, there's always this secret hope that while I'm doing this, I'll hear the garage door, I'll hear a door close, I'll hear some keys jostle, stuff being put down for a second. Then I have the expectation, okay, she'll be up here in like 30 seconds, but then for some reason it's still 3 minutes later and she's still mulling around down there. Then finally she comes up and she peeks in. That's not going to happen now. She's not here. But wouldn't it have been great if she did? If she just popped right in and, hi, hello, and then she pulls up a chair and then we spend another 5 minutes and she says, hi, honey, to Medea and whoever else she recognizes. You know, all the Tracy stuff. The reason you you tune into this channel day after day, just hoping that maybe I'll go away for a minute and bring that lovely Tracy in here. Well, look, if it were up to me, and I'm hoping, this is between you and me, I think once we get this new thing set up, and we create this look that's like modular and changeable and can quickly turn from a Bob set with ukes to a Tracy set with maybe her art or whatever. Maybe I can get her to do her own show. Not that I don't want her on mine. We still always have to do that. I'm just saying she deserves an outlet of her own. But I think what we might do, and because we're talking about the new Bob Doyle show and the format of it and what's going to be in there. And there will be some things that aren't every week, but maybe once a month or something. I'm going to see if I can talk her into doing something. And maybe it could be different. It's just pure Tracy and that's it. What do you think? There's a lot she could do. You may not know this, because a lot of times she just sits there and smiles at me and laughs at me and makes me look good. But she has opinions about things. I told her she should have a podcast called I Have an Opinion on That. Because, man, she holds back on the show. She holds back all the time. I'm telling you. She has something to say, and I would love to see her do a live show. Wouldn't you? Type 1 for yes. Those are your only choices. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, you know what else I forgot about? All that laughing reminded me of this app called Pocket Sitcom from a zillion years ago. Anybody have this? It's got just Pocket Sitcom. Oh, what the heck? Where's my audio? Am I Bluetoothing it? Oh, sorry. Well, this is annoying. Okay, stop. No, stop. Oh my God, this is just so... I know I say this isn't the Bob Doyle Show, but yet, what are you doing? I don't even know what's playing music right now. I don't know what's playing music right now. Spotify isn't playing. It's not Stitcher. What is happening? Oh, maybe it's the maybe it's the music for the lights. Bet you that's what it was. This is just so me. I can't believe it. Right, exactly. 3 different levels of laugh, mixed with applause. And you've got those stock sound effects. Now, this is the one that prompted me looking up this app. That whole woo or whoa response that was huge in the 90s. By the way, let's check in on the ratings. We've got 2 votes for Tracy, and I'm just assuming, yes, Christina, I was talking about that. I'm totally flustered now. So, yeah, somebody on a podcast I was listening to started talking about 90s, like I think of Saved by the Bell, and they were talking about that, that everybody refers to that ridiculous reaction, like when 2 characters kiss or somebody did something wrong, it's whoa. So first of all, I got 2 levels of question. What type of human being? Now, allegedly, we have a crowd full of people who just spontaneously, when they're watching a live performance, when they see people kiss, we're supposed to believe that all of them just go, whoa, like that's the most incredible, like, oh my God, like that's how they actually respond in life. Nobody does that in real life, except for the people who watch so much TV that they think that that's the appropriate response. How many times have you looked at a situation and gone, whoa? That laughing sort of, I can't believe you're even, how do we learn that? That laughing response. It's weird. It is, whoa, like, oh, that's absurd. Or, anyway, it's manufactured is what I'm saying. It's manufactured. And so so 2 levels of belief. One, that people would even do that in real life, that is an appropriate response. And then I can't remember what the second one was. I don't know. Can't remember. But the whole idea of that, that those sorts of reactions in audiences, like that's supposed to be indicative of what happens in real life. I love these themes though. It's like the 90s theme. Welcome back to The Bob Doyle Show. This week sponsored by, whatever. Welcome back to The Bob Doyle Show. It's Meditation Monday, and on Meditation Monday we sit around and... No, we don't meditate in the traditional sense, no. Because it's Monday. What we do on Mondays for meditations is we just find an object in our room and we just stare at it. We just stare at it. Just look at it for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. 16, whatever works for you. We're just staring at the thing. You're not clearing your mind, you're not doing anything, you're just staring at the thing. Look, it's more than revolutionary. It's evolutionary. Medea is leaving now, interviewing someone for the podcast. So much fun, peace, love, and fist bumps, boom. Do you see she even has icons for each of those emotions? All right, well, I'm going to say to Tracy that the response was overwhelming, that people want her to do a podcast. No, that's a laugh. And that's not what I want to do. Thank you. But I don't deserve it. Clearly. Oh. Sound effects. They always are funny. Always. That's right. Why radio DJs use them all the time. The open the door to the studio sound effect. That's really the big one. And then the telephone ringing, which... Anyway, times have changed, ladies and gentlemen. What is a radio anyway? All right, I think that's enough for me on this Monday. But I just wanted to remind everybody what a great day it is. just in case you'd forgotten and maybe gotten sucked up into some sort of conversation to the contrary. Because there are those people out there who, we don't want to talk. We really don't want to. Erase. It's Monday. It can be nothing less than miraculous. That's why they call it